Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Brunel. I hope that you are all well and safe. We are trying out a new product today. It is brand new. It is from Charlotte Tilbury. Now I've got some classics from Charlotte Tilbury that I love, but the new product that we are trying is the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer, which costs £25 and comes in 30 shades. So I decided I'm going to try this one here and see what the fuss is all about. As you know, this is going to be all over TikTok and everywhere soon enough. And I've seen the adverts for the people who have actually, well, they were promoting the product. So I don't know what it's like if you bought it yourself. Am I going to like this? For those of you who want to know, for reference, I've got extremely oily skin. However, the one area under my which stays dry at all times, which I don't mind using a radiant product on, under my eyes, which kind of prominent but deep set as well, so underneath, so it's like deep sockets. So I like to brighten that up because the shadow tends to give me more like a darkness underneath. So having a radiant creamy concealer, it works really well for my face. The rest of my face, where I get oily, I just have to work with it. You can't win. So this is the product. Now this concealer the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer claims to be able to do light and dark circles. So it reduces the appearance of dark circles by 40% in 28 days. Skin looks smoother and more radiant by 43%. Up to 43%. Boosts hydration by 173% in 1 hour. Oh, wow. It contains hyaluronic acid, golden vitamin C to help brighten the skin, and also collagen to kind of give you that little bit of a plump look as well. So a good concealer by all sounds of it. It is a medium buildable coverage that lasts up to 12 hours, I think it is here, if memory serves me right. 16-hour wear. Now, I wouldn't necessarily wear something for 16 hours, but if you were stuck somewhere and you have to do things, apparently this can work for you. Now, you would think with 30 shades it'll be easy to be able to find my shade, but I don't know, it wasn't so easy at all. So this is the shade that I've got. This is shade number 15. Now, as I said, it wasn't so easy finding the shade for me to go. Normally I'll go for a couple of shades lighter than my foundation, and I'm happy with that. I tend to not to go anything above that because then it's a bit too much and it just looks wrong. So it was a bit difficult actually trying to find the shade for me because 13 the undertone is neutral with is it with peach, warm with peach undertone, which would have been perfect, but 13 was just too light, too light. Next one after that is 14 deep. So that was 13 deep, but now 14 deep is a deep shade with neutral olive undertone. The olive undertone was the one where I couldn't go for because normally when I put anything with olive undertone, I turn up really green and it just are completely off. So this one is for 15, which is warm undertone, neutral with warm undertone, I believe it is. So it is a deep shade with neutral undertone. So I had to go for that because the shade after this 15.5 is a deep shade with cool undertone. I'm very warm, so I'm not going to go for something with a cool undertone. So you can see, and after that, 15.5 is a little too dark as well for what I want it for. So really, that's all I could go for. So I'm hoping that despite the fact that it's a neutral undertone, it's going to be able to work out. So it looks not bad actually, not brighter than I would expect it, but the undertone looks a little bit off. I don't know, maybe I'm just being a little bit too pessimistic, but we're just going to quickly see. So I'm going to try it. Okay, so the shade is not bad. So you don't actually get too much on the applicator, which is good, but you get more than enough. This is what the shade looks like. I'm actually quite happy with the actual kind of the brightness. I don't want it any brighter than this. See how it blends. Oh, I love how it blends. This is actually one that gives you a bit of time to be able to play with it. It's not one of those where as soon as you put it on your skin, it kind of becomes too matte and dries too quickly. You have to be fast. I can't remember which concealer it is that's like that. Can't remember which one, but yeah, there is one where as soon as you put it on, you really have to work fast. Otherwise, it just kind of sets in place, and then you're gonna have to use a, you know, a spray of some kind in order to moisturize your skin again. Love how it blends into the skin. There's a radiance to the skin, that's very true, but it's not over the top. Oh, that did not take long at all. That could literally, if I wasn't talking, would take me less than a minute to blend this on my face, the whole face, which is brilliant actually. So it's easy to blend. It is natural. There is a radiance to it, but it's not over the top. It's just because I tend to have shiny skin anyway, as you know, standard. So for someone who's got normal skin or dry skin, this will actually look very lovely. I've got loads of lines under my eyes, so I can't blame the concealer for that. There is nothing, not even setting it in place, that will prevent the lines from showing on my eyes. I've got big prominent eyes, lots of skin, and I'm also mature, so it is what it is. So no concealer is going to be able to eradicate that. But at least it doesn't make it worse, in my opinion. I'm tired, so my eyes are a bit also swollen at the bottom as well. So but it's actually quite nice, and it blends it so easy. I'm just so amazed about how easily it actually blends. Yeah, whew, super easy. I'm gonna go and finish off the rest of my face, and then I'll come back. So this is my face all done. Now, what do I think about this concealer? I think this is worth buying. This is worth buying. It isn't without its issues as far as I'm concerned. And it's lovely. Does it blur the skin? Nah, I don't know about that. But it is what it is. If you've got really, you know, wet or textured skin where the texture is really large pores are obvious and so on, that's going to be there. It does not emphasize the lines, however, under the eyes, which is fantastic. And I've got lots and lots of lines under my eyes, as I explained earlier. It doesn't emphasize it. It is beautiful at blending into the skin. Anybody could, you don't need to work and have skill with this one. It blends in so easy, makes life so easy. And also it's one of those that you can actually, if you go maybe a shade above your normal foundation, you can actually apply this in certain areas to highlight, and just you're good to go. No foundation needed, you are good to go, which sometimes I do when I quickly want to pop out and I just want to brighten certain area or the center of my face. Beautiful. That will work fantastically well. Blends in easy. Just makes the skin looks fantastic. The only problem for me, the shade range. And I know it sounds weird saying when you've got 30 shades, but it's just because it jumps from the kind of like the peach, warm peach undertone that I could actually work with. I'm more of a golden undertone, but I can work with a peach undertone. It jumps from that at number 13, which is a bit too light for me. Or a bit, it's too light for me to then go to the only one I can go for, a 15, which is a neutral undertone, which doesn't really do anything. This neutral is so neutral, it doesn't do anything for my skin. Blends in, yeah, and I just feel as if I need more warmth with my concealers, especially if I'm using them to brighten under eye. Everybody's different. Some people will be happy with the you know, the neutrality of this concealer, and it works perfect for them. And if that is you, go for this without a shadow of a doubt. It's a beautiful concealer, and I would repurchase it. I'm just a bit on the actual undertone. That's just throws me off. I wish this was so warm. I wish there was a 14 with warm undertone at least, or golden undertone, or anywhere in a range, but there isn't one. So there is no golden undertone, there's no yellow undertone, and it's just, for me, that's a huge miss. It's just a massive miss. And those are my thoughts. So guys, let me know what you think below. Will you be repurchasing this or not? But I would still recommend it. If you can get your shade, beautiful. You won't regret it. Honestly, you won't. That's the only problem. People, stay safe wherever you are, and thank you very much for watching. Bye.